Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. My professional background is in psychotherapy, and I created this channel with the hopes of helping you experience some form of emotional freedom. This channel is not intended to give you psychological advice, but rather to help you make connections and expand your perception by becoming more aware of your beliefs, thoughts, and feelings. The mind is fascinating, and through psychology, we are able to make connections, become more self-aware, reprocess trauma, and change old patterns. This is helpful stuff. However, I believe that there's a spiritual element to life, and when we leave this part out, we are left spinning our wheels. When we incorporate this divine belief into our daily lives, a deeper shift happens. Therefore, I like to process life through a cognitive awareness and a spiritual perspective. With that said, today I want to talk about love. Love is an emotion that feels good. When we feel loved, we feel great. When we don't feel loved, we feel down. Love is something that makes us feel connected. Without it, we feel disconnected. Sometimes we can have it and not even know that we have it. We can be stuck in our heads, thinking negative things about ourselves and not enjoying the love that is around us. And when that happens, we feel disconnected. So then, of course, we start to feel even worse. Now, the thing with love is that love has a lot of power, right? Because it makes us feel good. So, what are 3 loves that we want to transform? We want to transform self-love. We want to transform the love for other people and how we love other people, and the love for the work that we do. And I start off with self-love because self-love is the love that pays itself forward. In other words, when we're feeling really good about ourselves and we're loving ourselves and we're approving of ourselves, then we automatically show up loving differently. In other words, we love in a more open fashion and we give it easier. And if we give it, we're also more likely to receive it and to be and to feel like we are deserving of it. And the third way is, right, the love that we have for the work that we do. And this matters because we spend a lot of hours with our work. So we definitely want to love it. And if we don't, then that's something, right, to explore. It's not something to panic about, just something to explore. Why am I doing work that I don't love? Right? And do I want to continue doing this? And if the answer is no, then you ask another question. Well, what kind of work would I want to do? And it's going to scare you. Somewhere along the line, by the way, as you're asking yourself these questions, you may start to feel scared. And that's okay, because this is all about, right, learning. It's not like, oh, if I ask myself these questions, then I'm going to feel like, oh, I'm going to feel nervous inside. Oh, I'm going to be reminded of how much I hate my job and so forth. No, it's okay, right? Because it's giving you information that's important, because ultimately, right, love is an emotion that makes us feel good, and we want to surround ourselves with a good feeling. And these are some of the things, right, that matter to us. So this is how we want to express that love in a way, right, that feels good to us, not so much in a way that makes us feel disconnected or low in energy in some way, shape, or form. So, right, this is the self-love, right, that we want to focus on, because it is the one that has that ripple effect. It goes into other areas of our lives. So how do we cultivate self-love? Well, one way that we can cultivate self-love is through affirming, meaning saying nice things about ourselves. And it could be I love you to yourself or not. Some people feel uncomfortable saying I love you. So it can also just be saying nice things about yourself. Like, I'm a good person, or I'm a kind person, or I try, right? Or I'm in the process of learning how to. And so these are words, right, that are gentle. They're either kind about you or uplifting in some way, shape, or form. The more you say it, the more you want to keep on feeling it and seeing it in your life. In other words, you say it so many times that you're going to want to see it in action. You're going to see it continuously in action. And that means that when you're not seeing it, you're going to feel misaligned, and you're going to want to get yourself back to that good feeling, or to seeing, right, those words in action around you. So in other words, if you say, I am kind, right, or I'm a kind person, and you find yourself feeling irritable and not being so kind, you're going to feel uncomfortable, and chances are you're going to pull back because you already know you don't want to be in that space. You've been affirming I am kind. You want to be in the space where you see yourself being kind, because that's how you feel good, right? So these supportive words ultimately start building up your self-love, which then, like I said, right, has this ripple effect where it goes into other areas. The other way that you want to do it is through connecting with your soul. Your soul is your essence, right? So you want to connect with that divine energy that lives and breathes through you. And how you do it is through prayer and meditation. Mindfulness is also another good practice, right? Because ultimately, right, what we want to start doing is learning how to be more in the present moment so that we're more focused. And we also want to learn how to just feel comfortable with ourselves, right? To feel comfortable within our own skin. And this is something that sounds wonderful, but it's not so easy, right? At first. And I know because I speak from experience. Not only have I seen this with my clients, I've seen it with myself. So this is something, right, that I've had to cultivate for myself, feeling comfortable in my own skin. And when I'm not feeling comfortable, bringing myself back so that I make myself comfortable with myself again, right? So I want to reestablish myself in self-love at all times so that I can be in the space that I want to be in. So takes work. This is a practice, but it's a very doable practice. And so I share it with you to make you more mindful of it and to bring it to your forefront so that you be hopefully encouraged to think about, right, your self-love and to take a look at that and to see how cultivated it is or how much more it can be cultivated so that you can continue to expand. So with that said, before I end, I want to, I dropped a word. Let me see if I can pull it over here, bring it closer. I did. Great. Okay, let me put it in a bag. I'd like all my words to be in my bag. So when I choose one, it's a fair pick. Okay, so this word is just really designed to inspire me to share something more. Doubt. Oh, I love this. Doubt. So doubt is something that we can all relate to. Lord knows I can. And, it's something that is, part of the human experience. But the more we have self-love, the less self-doubt we're going to have. In other words, we are loving ourselves, so we're going to doubt ourselves less. And not only are we going to doubt ourselves less, when we find ourselves doubting ourselves, we're just going to say something to ourselves, ground ourselves in some way, whatever it is that we've been practicing, to bring ourselves out of that space and back into self-love, because we don't want to stay in doubt. Doubt doesn't feel good. That's not where we want to be. We want to be in love, right? Because love is an emotion that makes us feel good. Doubt's an emotion. Well, it's a process that makes us feel low in energy, low in mood, yucky about ourselves. No way. We don't want that. So self-love. That's where we want to be in, and that's what we want to focus on. So I hope that helps you in some way and that it prospers you. So bye for now, until the next time.